Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to Midlife Ascension. I'm a fellow midlifer. I just turned 50 in 2025. And a few years ago, I stumbled into some knowledge that has completely reshaped the way that I understand myself and the way that I experience my life. And it involves astrology, our birth charts, and in particular, Chiron. I'm sure you've heard the term midlife crisis. It's often described as that. But what I've come to understand is that it's more of a convergence, right? We're dealing with perimenopause, menopause, identity shifts around motherhood, empty nesting, career burnout, relationship recalibration, just a deep questioning of who am I now? And astrology, of course, doesn't cause those things, but it does describe the timing. And this is where Chiron comes in. Chiron is known as the wounded healer. And in astrology, the sign that Chiron falls in, your particular birth chart, will tell you what your wound is. And the house that that sign corresponds with in your birth chart tells you how that shows up in your life, whether it's in relationships, self-worth, career, health, voice, belonging, whatever. For most of our lives, we organize ourselves around this wound without even realizing it. We don't even know that it exists. And it works until midlife. Chiron takes about 50 to 51 years to return to the exact place that it was when you were born. And that timing is not random. At midlife, the adaptation you built around this core wound starts to fail. And not because anything's wrong, but because you're ready to integrate this wound and heal it. Here's why it gets so loud. Hormonal shifts lower our intolerance for self-abandonment, right? We are all aware of that. Life transitions, they strip away the old roles that once defined us. Our bodies, our nervous systems demand honesty and authenticity. And our psyche wants wholeness, not performance. So the Chiron return that happens to us in midlife asks one simple but profound question. Are you ready to stop organizing your life around this wound and become your authentic self? So Chiron returns happen for everyone. Everyone has Chiron in their charts, but women experience this alongside, our second adolescence, right? Perimenopause and menopause strip away emotional buffering. They amplify our intuition. They expose where we've been overriding ourselves. So when Chiron surfaces, the original wound at the same time, it can feel like I don't recognize myself anymore. I can't keep doing this. I want my life back, but I don't even know what that means. That's not a breakdown, that's the initiation. This is where midlife ascension comes in. Because when your Chiron wound is named and integrated and healed, self trust replaces betrayal. Your boundaries stop feeling selfish, right? Purpose becomes internal, it's not performative. Relationships will recalibrate naturally. And confidence, while it becomes quieter, it's more unshakable. You don't become someone completely new. You just become less split, less divided between who you are and who you learned to be. That's the ascension. So this channel, Midlife Ascension, exists to educate women about what's actually happening in their midlife, using astrology as a language for understanding. We will focus first on Chiron because it is the doorway. For me, Chiron was the moment I became an actual believer in astrology. The wound was so specific. It was so accurate that I could not deny that it was real. And every woman that I have worked with says something like, I thought I was crazy. Everyone told me I was oversensitive. This has been a repeating pattern in my life. And now this is why. I understand why this is happening now. So once you understand what the core wound is, everything else in your chart will start to make sense. We'll explore those other placements over time, but let's start here with Chiron. So midlife, this chapter offers us an opportunity to make our second half of life the most aligned, the most authentic, and the most fulfilling that it's ever been. Because when you know who you are and why you are the way that you are, clarity ripples outward. Then the rest starts to fall into place. If you're new here, I linked below a guide. It's free. It will show you how to pull your birth chart, how to find your Chiron in your specific chart so that you can learn what sign your wound is in and what house it corresponds to and what that actually means for you. I am also just a DM away. So if you have questions, you can always reach out to me through this channel. I'm on social media. Everything's under Midlife Ascension. I'm here to help you. This channel is about community. It's about women realizing that they're not alone in what they're experiencing. So if this resonated for you, you are welcome here. Are you ready?